Hey guys, this is Nick with JK Armament Suppressors. I'm the head armorer here. I thought I'd just go over some of our muzzle devices and muzzle attachments because we got a lot of questions on those. We have a few options for you, depending on what your host is going to be, what weapon you're going to be putting your suppressor on. Our most popular option is probably going to be our War Eagle. This is going to be a compensator flash hider combo. So you see it has ports all the way around the muzzle device, and these come in all different thread pitches. So you can get them 1/2 by 28, 5/8 by 24, 14 by 1 left hand. Sky's the limit on those. They are ASR threaded with a taper, which interlocks with either our Pro taper mount, which is made out of titanium, grade 5 titanium, or if you want a lighter option for lighter duty use, you have a taper mount which is made out of 7075 T6 aluminum. Kind of depends on what you're using it for. A little bit heavier duty use, you want to go with the titanium. If you're going to be doing something lighter duty and weight's going to be an issue, I'd go with the taper mount LT. Our next option is going to be the Bald Eagle. This is going to be more for bolt actions, lever actions, sub guns, something where you're going to be primarily running them suppressed and not unsuppressed. The War Eagle is going to be good for unsuppressed or suppressed. This is more of like a suppressed option. Runs fine unsuppressed, it cuts down the recoil and the muzzle rise, so it mitigates both of those very well. But it's more of a minimalist option, so the overall length is shorter. So for a sub gun, if you're not running a can on there, it's going to be a shorter package. And then inside the suppressor, it's going to work just as good as our War Eagle. The ports are going to dissipate in a 360 fashion, so evenly distributes the gas inside the suppressor. So pretty good option. And all of our taper mount devices, so the War Eagle or the Bald Eagle, allow you to swap the suppressors between your hosts pretty fast. If you don't want to go that route, we have a direct thread option. This direct thread comes in, like I said, all the other thread pitches I mentioned previously, 1/2 by 28, 5/8 by 24. And this will interface with any of our 155 series suppressors. So our nomenclature, obviously, 105, 155, 195. That's going to be the diameter of our can. So on our 155 series, our 1.5 inch cans, they are hub threaded in the back, so they will accept any 1 3/8 by 24 muzzle device or mount. Most of our cans come with the taper mount option. You would heat that up with a torch to get the blue Loctite off, take it off with a wrench, screw in your direct thread mount, and you can go direct thread if you want to go that way. Next, I kind of like to talk about some of the makeup and materials of our suppressors. We get some questions on those, specifically what the blast baffle is and what the differences are between them. For lighter duty stuff, most of our suppressors in 22, 9mm, anything low pressure, 12 gauge, are going to be made out of a 7075 T6 aluminum again. Billet aluminum, and they are meant for either low pressure stuff or lighter duty stuff. If you're kind of going into that higher pressure realm, or you're wanting to do more of a heavy duty schedule of firing, we have different options for you. So first one I'll go over is our SBRX. This one actually has a direct thread mount on the back of it, but it comes with our Pro taper mount, the titanium that interfaces with our muzzle devices as well as any other ASR threaded muzzle device. This one's going to have a 17.4 blast baffle, heat treated 17.4 stainless steel blast baffle, while the rest of the can is going to be grade 5 titanium. For full auto use, short barrel rifle use, that 17.4 stainless is really going to absorb a lot of that heat and a lot of that unburnt powder, protecting the rest of your baffles from any kind of erosion or any kind of damage. And keep in mind, if you do damage your suppressor, you're covered by their unconditional, unlimited lifetime warranty. So no questions asked, we'll get you fixed up. I do a lot of repairs here, and because our cans are threaded together, baffle strike and cap strike, is take it off, put a new stack on, send it right back to you. So that's our heavy duty option with a 17.4 blast baffle and a titanium construction. Another 17.4 stainless steel option that we have is our rimfire system, the RFX. This is going to be a 9 baffle can, primarily 7075 T6 again, but the difference is the blast baffle is going to be, again, 17.4 stainless heat treated steel, stainless steel. That's going to be for if you want to run 5.7 or 22 long rifle, 17 HMR, full auto, any of that kind of stuff. That's going to protect that higher schedule of firing or those hotter rounds from the 70-75 of the rest of the baffle stack. Those are our only 17.4 blast baffle options. It's going to be the SBRX and the rimfire system, the RFX. For medium duty use or for lower pressure stuff like submachine guns, or if you're doing something lower schedule of fire like a light duty, like a hunting rifle, we have our PCX and our RCX. The PCX is going to be a 9mm bore aperture suppressor, and keep in mind you can change out end caps if you want to fire a sub caliber through it. This one's also going to be 70-75 mostly, with the exception of the blast baffle. The blast baffle on this one's going to be a grade 5 titanium, so it keeps a little bit lighter weight than the 17.4, but also it gives you that protection against the unburnt powder and higher pressures. Our blast baffles are marked B1 on one side, and then they're marked with the material on the other side. So one side will say B1, and the other side will say either 17-4 or it'll say TI for titanium. Both our our RCX rifle caliber system and our PCX, the pistol caliber system, these are both almost identical cans with the exception of the baffle design. Radial baffles on this one, cone baffles on this one. Both have titanium blast baffles, and the rest of the construction is 7075 T6. 7075 has been used for a long time. The MP5 SD suppressor from back in the 60s, that's an all 7075 can. It's been used for years on a multitude of different weapons and systems. So it's strong, very strong. It's got a higher tensile strength than steel, so the weak point of it is going to be the heat. So that's why we have different materials where it gets the hottest in the blast chamber to protect you and your suppressor. And if you have any problems, like I said, we have an unconditional, unlimited lifetime warranty. So hopefully that kind of answers some of your questions, guys. We get a lot of questions about materials and options for mounting it to your weapon. And if you have any other questions, you can always give us a call or support line, or you can email us at support@jkarmament.com. We'll try to get back in a timely manner and answer any questions you have. So everything's modular, mission configurable. It's configurable to your mission. So whatever you're doing, light duty, medium duty, or heavy duty, we pretty much have you covered anywhere from 22 to 12 gauge. That's pretty much our overview of all of our mounts and the materials used in our suppressors. And like I said, if you have any questions, hit us up.